Back. Skill strong.
Press. 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 Press.
Easy. Yeah. Let's go. That was better. Easy. Let's go.
Hey everybody, here to talk about the bench press today. As you saw in these earlier clips, there's some great bench pressing going on, and I want to tell you, working with each of these individuals, what I've seen help their bench press keep going up late. Because it's one thing to be starting out and making gains, it's another to already be the best bench pressers in the world and continually make gains. So that doesn't mean this exact strategies or any of these, because they're all different. They're not necessarily going to work for you, but look at commonalities, and some of this stuff might be able to serve you, and it's just here to help you. So here we go. So we'll first start off with Jeremy Hoornstra there, 645 times 2 reps pause. That's an all-time PR from him, and they call him the GOAT. And then I remember one time someone told Fred Hatfield he's GOAT. He's like, "What in the hell, GOAT? Is that because I'm old? I look like a freaking GOAT." I said, no, greatest of all time. So that's where Jeremy's at right now. So what's going to help Jeremy along the way is first psychological consistency and belief in what he's doing. I mean, you keep doing the right things over and over and over, that produces synergy. Synergies, where the sums, the outcome's greater than the sum, and that's exactly what happens when you believe in what you're doing and you consistently do right, good things happen. That's what Jeremy's doing, he just keeps doing it. Backed up, the other one is on the second day, we've backed up, the second bench day, bench press is twice a week. I've backed the weight off a little bit for him on that second day, and that's been real helpful in helping him recover. I think he started to get a little beat up. Didn't back off completely, but he's more in that 450, never over 495 type of range on that second day, and sometimes even a little less than 450. Where before we started to creep up over 500 there's going to become a point where you go too far, and obviously we want to get as much as possible and not overtrain. But when you start getting too far into this, that can be problematic. And now I feel like he's getting the proper stimulus and the proper recovery along the way. Another one is, a huge one is bench pressing chest movement, right? Bodybuilding. So, he hasn't, finding the right kind of variation from doing on a cable fly was huge. By hitting the cable flies, he's been, targeting his chest with a muscle and tension type of movement. You think about Jeremy. Jeremy is such an explosive bench presser. He's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna feel my pecs contract nicely. It's like, no, I'm moving this son of a buck from point A to point B as explosively as possible, but this is giving him a chance to really hit his chest there. Next is the great TD there with a PR of 675 pounds on the bench press. Guy keeps getting stronger and stronger, and some stuff that's helped him here is continually hammering his triceps with close grip. So not only with the close grip bench presses, doing a little more volume there, but also with direct tricep extension types of movement with dumbbells, and really, and some of them even sometimes will slow down the negative, so you can really feel his triceps contract on the negative portion of the lift. But by getting all this extra tricep work in, TD's bench has gone up. The next one would be the one arm kneeling landmine press. So that's a good, a lot of people don't feel good with overhead pressing variations, don't feel great in their shoulders, things like that. But the one arm landmine kneeling press has worked great for Julius, has also paid huge dividends for TD, gotten some, just huge gains there. He's also done a really good job of reporting feedback to me. He's getting more, just left me really good notes, talked to him about that, and he's a very good communicator, and that's helped him get stronger. Next, on to James Strickland. So as you might have noticed, James Strickland is his bench press is a little bit lighter, because funny, at each meet, like if you watch it carefully, like his bench grip just came slowly and slowly. While I widened his grip out, he's starting to get more comfortable with that technique. He's building a groove right there. that in itself is helping it. So, you know, that's a PR with this grip, 620 and his PR 632. So it's pretty much there with this new grip. And if you look at the speed of that, it really is a PR when you factor in the speed. So besides switching his grip out there, we're also working his grip with wide grip pause bench presses. So this is 1.5 inches wider than his you know, new wider grip normal bench press. And this is a great way to build bottom end strength. Bill Kazmaier, Ed Cohn, those people have all done this movement. And you gotta be careful though, if you have any kind of shoulder issues, or if you're someone with like a thinner chest and extremely long arms, put a ton of torque on your shoulder. So if you're built pretty well to bench press and you're thicker, you have no shoulder problems, this would be a great way to build bottom end power. And the other thing with James is initially early on, we did do some overhead pressing seated, and it paid some pretty good dividends for him. Wasn't feeling right, so we slowly worked those in, but we're not trying to jack the weight up, you know, 450 for reps, keeping it a little bit lighter. Awesome stuff there, and you know, 700's going down, so good work there, James. And then next on to Julius. 600 times 8 reps. No one has ever done that much weight for 8 reps. So one thing is, Julius does really well with you know, more reps and not going as heavy. So he does better training with submaximal. And Julius is a very fast gainer. Fast gainers do not need as much volume a lot of times. So we're finding out in that submaximal range made huge gains, and training there has helped him. But what's really helped him is his back work. We talk every day is back day when it comes to Julius's training, and the results are huge in what he's achieved. So he used to have problems in Benno rows with 270. He's doing 440 for 5 reps and keeping strict form for multiple sets. So it's on a whole new level. Also with Julius, consistency and belief. He believes in his plan, and he's always consistent. So this is synergy again. And this is true for all these people. There's a lot of crossover here. I just want to give about 3 points for each person, because everybody here is consistent. Everybody here believes all that, but that's been really big for Julius. The right thing over and over all the time. Next point is the push-up and dumbbell presses. So this we're doing dumbbell presses on a secondary day. So Julius is, you know, benching in the mid 700s now already. So you look at like the dumbbell bench presses on the secondary days in like 160s, 180s, things like that. So it's not super taxing. Then for the push-ups, we cut down his reps, and I have him holding the lockout in each one, because before we're doing more of like bottom and drive type of push-ups, really working that explosive power off his chest. And that he got that, so now we need to really hit that, make sure he sticks that lockout. Done that, huge results there. So 160s and he got up to 180s for sets of 10 on the dumbbell presses. That's not very difficult for him. So if you know, like it's, you know, that you gotta be careful if you're having he had problems recovering. If this is you and you want to add that in, you gotta start pretty low, because remember, talking about a man benching well over 700 pounds, doing it. Rob Hall, the great Rob Hall right there, you know, that's 570 pounds, you know, faster than the damn Tijuana two-step right there too. And so what's helped Rob a lot is adding back in overhead presses. So, you know, Rob's overhead pressed over 400. We're not going to keep pushing that, you know, because after a while, it can become a big, you know, circle jerk where you're not trying to optimize results. You're trying to major in the minors or accessory movements. But by bringing his structural balance up, bringing his shoulder strength up, we will see 600 go down June 8th, Dallas, Texas at the Europa. Other things Rob's done what's been real helpful is obviously the mindset. The guy has been through a lot, and he's never once complained, you know, never said, why me? All he just says is, I want to get better. And his accessory work's coming up. Okay, you can't, you know, while we don't want to major in the minors, you ain't going to bench press 600 pounds if you got the supporting musculature of somebody that does 225. And by bringing up all of Rob's supporting musculature, you know, we're going to have a 600-pound bench press guaranteed on June 8th. And last but not least, I will put a link to this hat that I'm wearing at the bottom of this video. Get yourself a Jailhouse Strong hat, and have a great weekend, everybody. God bless.